And welcome, viewers, to Let's Play Legend of Mana. This is Mr. Joseph, the illustrious host for your Let's Play pleasure, or whatever you want to call it, I guess. So anyway, this is a Let's Play. It's going to be fairly comprehensive, insofar as I do plan to get every mission in this game, that is to say, every quest in this game, as well as most of the secret slash high value items and golem components and pets and weapon forging techniques and things like that, and just take you through each of the major endings and you know, that sort of thing. So as we begin to start our game, I hope you will enjoy this. Let's go ahead and begin, shall we? Okay, well, actually, I'm going to let this play just a little bit longer, because we see some of the main characters being flashed across the screen, some of the main areas. One thing that everybody seems to love about this game are its very intricate graphics, in the sense that they are not 3D per se, but they are well drawn, and they integrate 3D elements very nicely. Also, people love the music to this game, and I am no exception, of course. I'm not going to bloviate about how much I love the music, but maybe at times you'll catch me humming along, and so I apologize in advance for you having to put up with that. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin, because it's just doing this little thing. This little cute little animation that's kind of fun to watch, but whatever. Let's go ahead and start. So I'm going to start a new game today, ladies and gentlemen. New game. You can be a male or a female. I am a man, but I'm going to be... Well, actually, I'm curious. I've never been a female. I'm kind of going on impulse. Let's use a two-handed axe. That's kind of badass. There's so many weapons to choose from, of course. And we're going to just pick some auto names. I like some of these. Fiona, Cecilia, Alicia, Venetia, Frau, that's German, Sakuya, Artemis, Lethia, Ursula, Estelle, Artemis, Aithna, Kotlikyu. I'm gonna go. Ooh, I liked Luca. Okay, I wish I could go. Just push back. I'm gonna go. How do you? I guess you push. Well, I have it configured as numpad 6. I'll let you know what button that is in an annotation or a note on the screen if I remember to go back and change it. I'm gonna go with Luca though, and the reason I'm going with Luca is because she, of course, is a prominent character in the Secret of Mana game, which is part of this series, and I'll explain more about that as we go. When you choose your land, people, first of all, it can't have too much water, such as this one, but moreover, there's only 2 or 3 levels that can actually be placed on water, so you want to have at least 2 or 3 water spots, but not more than that. And I take this kind of to an extreme. The most land-rich spot, you know, if you zoom over these, there's a couple of places where there's like 2 or 3, like, let's see here, 1, 2, yeah, there's like, I don't know why you can't do that one. Anyway, there's like there's one place that I know of where there's only 2, and I hate to jump ahead here, but we're just going to go ahead and choose it. It's right here. So you got the little lake up in the northwest, and you got the little lake over in the south central east area. Now, as I start this game, notice how, first of all, I'm being asked to place a mailbox on the world map that I just chose. And so we're going to go ahead and put it here. But before I actually place it, I want to explain one thing. On the bottom of the screen, you notice a series of, you know, icons, or whatever you want to call them. Basically, those are called elementals. They are related to magic, and they basically control a lot of important things in the game. You'll see that there's a pie graph indicating a certain level for each of them, and basically what you want to do as you place your items throughout the game, you want to make sure that those levels are balanced such that you know, you can, you know, have the highest level in each possible area as you want. I mean, as you can. So anyway, as I said, I have a very specific map in mind that I'm going to be making in this Let's Play. So let's go ahead and put this down right here, and let's see what happens. Now, as I place this, it automatically has my character enter this area that we've just created on the world map. And that's one of the cool things about this game, is that you organically create things. So anyway, as this game starts here, it's going to take us to a video, and I'm actually going to stop the emulator here, and I'm going to have a link that you can click if you want to see the whole video. It's kind of long and kind of annoying, and we're going to pick it up when the gameplay starts. But I'm going to go ahead and link the video here, so you can click this if you'd like to see the actual... What the hell? Okay. And we have picked it up at the next video. This one we'll go ahead and watch. It's fairly short, and you could actually skip that last one by pushing square button. Let me get rid of the frames per thing. Okay, so this is the Mana Tree. 9 centuries ago, the Mana Tree burned to ashes. The power of Mana lived on inside Mana stones, enchanted instruments, and artifacts. Sages fought with each other for control of these last remnants of Mana. Then, after hundreds of years of war, as the power of Mana began to wane, those who sought it grew scarce, and the world returned to peace. So in other words, Mana is a destructive force, in some sense. It's like an overwhelming power. After that, mankind grew afraid to desire. Their hearts filled with empty emotions and grew estranged from my hands. They turned. So we've switched from third person to first person there, apparently. They turned their eyes away from my infinite power and were troubled by their petty disputes. Remember me. Need me. I can provide you with everything. I am love. Find me and walk beside me. So it's a little bit freaky to have a tree being that demanding with you. I think that's a little bit... It's not really bestiality. What's the equivalent of bestiality but with trees? I mean, it's a little bit inappropriate, I think. You know, I wouldn't recommend sleeping with animals. Why would you sleep with a tree? And it was basically telling you that you gotta be with it, right? No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so my character's gonna wake up here. And, what did I call Luca? Okay, so Luca's woken up here, and this is a little cottage. It appears to be perhaps hers. There's a little cactus here. He doesn't say anything right now. Okay. You can kind of walk around, and if you hold down, I'll tell you which button it is when I have a chance to check. You can interact with certain objects. Here's the bed. You can save, do two-player controlling, or oh, nothing. There's a little pot there. There's a little leaf. This is apparently a cactus diary. So to exit, you push the circle button. Oh, okay. When I was pushing 6 earlier, it was circle. In case anybody was wondering. So now I know which one is square and circle based upon my computer keyboard configuration. So you can interact with things you'd think you can interact with. Cannot interact with the fire. Can interact with the chest. A little helpful hint: in general, in maps or areas in this game, if your character sees something that is brightly colored, such as that chest there, something that stands out quite a bit, you can go ahead and interact with it. So I'm going to go in here real quick. We're not going to spend much time in here right now, but this is your library or whatever. If you click this pile of books, you can access these tomes and such. I'm not going to look at them right now because there's virtually nothing in them because we are just starting the game. Okay, now I'm going to go outside. By the way, if you hold circle, you can run, so I'm going to try to remember to do that most of the time to save on time. Okay, so let's say I go out to the world map. Well, this guy tries to get your attention. Please don't ignore me. Why won't you talk to me since I'm right here? I want to... Oh, please don't ignore me. God damn it, I have to talk to this guy. Okay, fine, I'll talk to him. Hey, I'm a Sproutling. The world can be shaped by your imagination. Did you know that? Not really, Freakerzoid. Pokio, the poet, told me that the town of Domina exists because I think it does. People say the world isn't an illusion, but the Sproutlings know. If you can't find Domina, use your imagination to find it. Here, use this. How the fuck am I supposed to use my imagination if you're telling me the answer up front in our conversation like that? Okay, so I'm going to exit to the world map. And every time you exit to the world map, you're going to get a little seed icon. Which is the loading screen. So in order to use an icon, you push, well, it's either triangle or X. It's 4. I'll tell you. I think it's X, but I could be wrong. And so we're going to place, you have 3 options. You can only place land adjacent to pre-existing areas. So remember, this one had 1 level in the first icon there, 1 level in the third one, and 1 level in the 6th one. And I'll tell you those symbols right now. It's Lumina, Dryad, and a Gnome. You can kind of get a sense for these. I mean, Lumina is light. Do they call it... No, they call it Wisp in this game. I'm sorry. Wisp, Dryad, and Gnome. Okay, so I'm going to put this here. Now, when I move it to a blank space, you can see what elements get added by placing this. So, first and foremost, the land here, where I'm going to place it, is already affected by this, and then when I place this, it affects land that is adjacent to it, and will affect future land that gets placed adjacent to it. So I'm going to go ahead and place it here. Each time you place an these are called artifacts now. That was color blocks. First one was mailbox. Every time you place that, it creates a little animation. They're kind of cool little dealios throughout the game. Okay, so having placed that, okay. Actually, what I said just a minute ago was not true. Land placement affects only existing or previously placed lands. So in other words, when I placed this, it added two, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 is this gold thing. Now, in other games that was called Luna, but in this game it's called Aura. And then one Salamander is the other one, or Salamando was what it used to be called. Okay, so 2 Aura, 1 Salamander, added to our pre-existing Wisp, Dryad, and Gnome. So we've got a little bit of a thing developing here where we're basically increasing the mana elemental powers in our home. Okay, so that's a long explanation of that. What did I just do? I pushed a button. It says OpenGL. That's kind of distracting. Okay. I think I'm actually gonna call this a video for now. I know it's kind of short, but I'm gonna just pick it up where we left off next time. So if you've been watching, thanks, and Professor Snuggles is looking out for you.